Good morning. Today is an epic day. The weather's a little bit crappy, it's cold, it's raining, but we're hoping the weather's gonna clear up later this afternoon when I drive the S15 home, because it would suck if we got some road kind of like wet rain, gross stuff all over the S15 for Nismo Festival in the morning. But I must say that today is going to still be an amazing day. And that is because we're heading back to Yoshio Factory. We're gonna help Oka-chan get everything ready for the Nismo Festival, and then we're gonna hopefully work on the Skyline, get some things tidied up in here and get it all ready for the drift event. You know, things like finishing wiring in those sensors, getting the digital dash going. I also can't wait to show Oka-chan that Yoshio Factory themed digital dash that I made thanks to PowerTune. But with that, let's get on the road. Let's get to Yoshio Factory, get a coffee, and go from there. So we're at Yoshio Factory now, and things are in full swing, getting everything ready for tomorrow. Oyama-san's also here up the back. But one thing I do want to show you is it seems like Oka-chan got some pretty cool limited edition sweatshirts for the Nismo Festival. These gray ones look epic, and they're like a long sleeve kind of jumper hoodie. Well, not a hoodie, but it's just like a long sleeve jumper sweatshirt. I don't know what they're called, but either way, very cool. I think that's kind of like something. Oh, he's even got Yon XL now. Hell yeah. Thick boys are gonna love that. But all of that aside, I think these are gonna look epic. Like if you want to dress up a little bit and go on a nice date, you know, but you don't want to wear a hoodie and look too kind of ratty. I don't know. Anyways, so while all of this is happening, Oka-chan's brand new wheels came, and they were supposed to be a different model, but somehow a mistake happened and he ended up getting Advan RGD2s. So we're all a bit confused about that, but obviously we can't do anything about it because we just got to get them on the car ready for tomorrow. So pretty nice though. And I'm glad that I got to see a brand new of these straight out of the box, because that kind of, I now know what wheels I definitely want to buy for the Skyline. Anyways, that aside, while they're all doing that right now, I've finished what I need to do. I want to get my digital dash back installed and replace the power supply that's here. So we'll do that, get the dash installed, and then I want to see Oka-chan's reaction to what he thinks of how I set up the new dash. So that'll be fun. And then depending if the weather kind of like, you know, clears up and stops raining, I might give the car a wash and then we'll wire in those sensors too. I've definitely made a little bit of a mess here, but it's all good because we're getting stuff sorted. I've just got to solder these two wires here, the positive and negative for the USB power supply here, which feeds my dash. Want to make sure every connection's like proper so that we don't have any voltage issues. And then we'll probably get to the sensors and those wiring looms down there that we got to run into the engine bay and stuff like that. Fun times. Soldering iron's just heating up down outside at the moment. Anyways, let's get this done. Hey, the soldering iron's heated up enough. Oh yeah, she's smoking, boys. When she's smoking, you know it's lit. Here we go. Pro tip, guys, try not to breathe in the smoke from soldering irons. Very, very bad for you. Lewis Rossman will tell you why. Okay, so it's time to put everything back together, and I thought of something that I want to talk to you guys about, because this is something that heaps of people forget and they don't know what's causing the issue with their aircon. So see this sensor here, this thing here with this weird kind of nipple thing and a little tiny plug that then goes to this interior pipe here that connects to your AC unit. It's just like a vent pipe, and then this is the plug that goes into it. If you forget to put the hose on that, or if you forget to put this in the sensor, you actually screw up your AC. And normally what happens is AC will only work if it's on like 18 degrees, and like even if you put it like up to 20 or 22, it won't be cold air, it'll just be hot, like heater air. And that's because this sensor has a little tiny, like it's like a little temperature sensor in there that tells the AC control unit and the module what temperature your current like inside the car is. So that's how it's able to regulate the temperature. And if you have this hose disconnected, then it's not able to suck air through, which then means you get false readings, and that's all messed up. As well as if it's not plugged in, it just doesn't work properly at all, and it'll only pump out AC if it's on 18 degrees. So something that a lot of people sometimes mess up or forget to plug in because it's such a tiny plug. And I've had people before think that this was like the antenna or something, but no, the antenna is this one. So a lot of people just forget to plug that in entirely, and it messes up their AC control unit, and they spend a bunch of money trying to figure out what the problem is, and it's literally just one plug and a hose. So there you guys go. Gonna put this all back together now, try and not damage anything, because these things are kind of a bit fragile, and we'll go from there. You guys will not believe this. So I thought everything was good, and I just put it all back together, and like usual, you should always test stuff before you put it back together. So this is the old one here that I threw in the bin, and I inspected it, and this is definitely blown. But then this one wasn't powering up the dash for some reason. The dash works fine when I give it power from my USB from the cigarette lighter. So I was like, what the hell's going on? So I pulled it apart and I noticed something straight away that, see how on this side, the red is on both sides for the 5-volt output and the 12-volt input? I was like, hang on a second. The other one that I looked at when I pulled it apart, it was opposite ends. Then I flipped it around and on the back of the PCB, this says in positive, out negative for the 5-volt and out positive for the 5-volt. And in negative for the 12-volt. And then I looked on the back of this one and it says in positive on that side for the 12-volt, but they've got the negative there. Ah, this is so frustrating. So now I'm gonna have to unsolder that and resolder it back and hope that it hasn't blown anything up. I mean, it's only 5 volts, so it should be okay, but holy hell, man. That's really frustrating. All right, so I just finished resoldering that. Now, moment of truth. Is that still gonna work or what? I don't know. Oh, screen lit up. It's working. Yeah, it's definitely working. Hey, let's see. Will it boot? Will it boot? SAMMIT logo now-ish. Yay, there it is. Sick. All right, so there you guys go. Even if you buy something like this off Amazon, if it doesn't work, sometimes it's a simple fix of someone got the red and the black wire mixed up. Very lucky. All right, so let's put that back together, put everything there, and we're done. How cool does that look? Oh man, I'm so happy with that. Everything's back together, and we got our dash back working fine. Very happy now. Oh man, what a whole fiasco that was. There you go. Let's go see what Aka-chan thinks. So moving on to the next thing, while Aka-chan's a bit busy, is you guys know we've been dealing with boost creep issues really bad in the current tune. And I've been trying to figure out what's going on. If you guys remember, a while ago, I grinded this down with the old housing. Now, because this is a smaller housing, I guess I thought it would be okay. But when I extend the arm here, it actually hits the flange and won't open anymore. So, I'm gonna get a little tool and grind that down some more so that there's no issues there with that opening up. But that has to be why I've got boost bike issues, because it's just contacting that and can't open the gate any further. And then that'll save me from having to go to an external wastegate anytime soon, which would be very muchly appreciated. One of the guys just brought me a Boss Rainbow. So let's pop this sucker open for an ASMR coffee time. It's been a while. Oh yeah. Beautiful. We're gonna sit that there and I'm gonna show you what we got going on here. So, grinded down the Tomei logo some more there. Nice big grind there. I really don't care. It's a bit disappointing. Now I'm gonna plug this onto the end of the air compressor, which is leaking a bit of air now. And you can see now that we get full range of the actuator. By the way, before that was hitting before it even get that far. So really lucky now that that's not hitting anything and completely clearing. So hopefully we don't have any boost spike issues. And for any of you guys wondering, yes, you can just plug your actuator straight into an air compressor line. Obviously don't give it too much PSI, because then you'll probably pop the actuator, the diaphragm, but just enough to make it move like that so you can get an idea of whether or not it's working or not. Good test. There we go. So we're good now. I'm gonna put that back onto my little solenoid here. I'll go put a zip tie on that too so it doesn't pop off. And now we're pretty much ready to go for a quick test drive and see if that improved anything. Hopefully it did. If not, I'm done with internal wastegates. We're gonna put an external one on that and stuff it. I just went out for a bunch of test drives trying to figure if the boost creep issue was solved. It's not. Literally the moment I hit like 5,000 RPM, it just wants to skyrocket through the moon. The actuator is opening up, I think, as far as it can go. Later on, probably next week, I'll do some more tests and see if the actual flapping arm can open further and it's just the actuator won't open anymore. But yeah, either way, I'm kind of at the point now where I'm literally like, stuff it, put the internal actuator in the bin, we'll weld that thing up, we'll put an external wastegate on it, drill a hole and, well, cut a hole because it needs to be big enough, and we'll weld it right onto the turbo housing, just something quick, dirty and cheap fix in like a Taiwan wastegate or something, because I am literally like so sick of dealing with internal wastegates. It's not even funny. If there's something wrong with the actuator and Mamba can just ship me a new one within a couple of days, that's fine. But I don't know, I just feel like it should be opening more, and maybe that actuator diaphragm's got issues or something, but I have no idea, and it's just driving me insane because I can't Right now we've got boost turned off because it holds at 8 psi, which is the spring pressure right now. But then, like I said, the moment we go past like 4,500, 5,000 RPM, it just starts going up and up and up and up and up. And eventually it hits my map limit of 1.2 bar. So something's going on. If any of you guys have any other ideas, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm literally done and about to spend $600, rip that turbo off and put an external wastegate on it just temporarily to get me going. Anyways, we're at the point now where kind of finished packing up a bunch of stuff, so I got to move my car to the storage yard now, the Skyline at least, and then we'll be driving this and going to pick up May and stuff. I'm hoping it won't rain tonight and that the roads are semi-dry that we're about to jump on, because I really don't want to see this thing get dirty and have to clean it again at the Nismo Festival, but probably going to have to a little bit, so we'll throw some rags in and a bit of spray cleaning, like spray on, dry cleaning. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, the spray dry car wash stuff. Anyways, let's go. So I just made Oka-chan jump in. And I'm going to get him to look at the dash and see what his reaction is. He's probably going to hate me because I put it on the Skyline.
Oh!
Yashio Factory.
Oh! Hey!
いいですか? You like it? 好き?
これ欲しい。
欲しい?
欲しい欲しい。
Alright, we may have to talk to the guys at Power Tune to get Oka-chan one. That's cool. I'm glad he likes it. The storage car park's actually full, so we're just going to put my car on the hoist because that's the only place for it. You guys remember Hanamaru-san's car and how crashed it was in the front here? This is it. Completely repaired. They put an entirely new radiator core support in. The thing looks like it was never in an accident. Absolutely amazing. And normally you can tell up in these corners, but it's all straight. Literally looks like it was never crashed. Perfect. It's so good to see repair jobs that are done this nice like that. It's epic. Literally, this core support was like all the way up into the engine here, so it moved a whole bunch. They replaced the bottom section too, so everything on this is brand new. So good. It wouldn't be a drive home from Yashio Factory without some insane traffic. Oh boy, this actually looks like a pretty insane accident. Oh, ripperino. I really hope everyone was okay. That looked gnarly. So gnarly. Oh boy. Alright guys, we're driving the S15. You know what that means? It's time for some gate. Let's go! Woo! This thing is quick! Oh, I miss this thing in my life so much. Please never leave me. Oh my gosh. Time warping ahead here, guys. Obviously back home now, and it's actually pretty late. I have to be up at 4 AM tomorrow, so I need to go to sleep so I can at least get 3 to 4 hours of sleep. That would be awesome. But anyways, I'm super pumped for tomorrow. Nismo Festival is going to be epic. Hopefully I run into a whole bunch of you guys there. I love meeting you all. But all of that aside, today was just an awesome day, hanging out at the workshop. Got to do some work on the Skyline. Oka-chan loved the dash. Hopefully we can get in one in the future and play around and show you guys the features that you can get out of it with just a factory Nissan ECU with the Nissan console port and OBD1 and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty pumped about that. But other things aside, just being able to drive the S15 home, hit gate and all that, it was definitely worth it. Also, S15 is a bit sketch right now. Well, it's not sketch, it's just like giddy giddy in Nihongo. Oh, how do I explain that? It's like I got to be very careful with it because right now how low we've got it set up for, you know, the Nismo Festival, if I take a corner too fast, the tire will rub a tiny bit on the guard. So I've got to be very, very careful, like not to wreck it till we, you know, after the event, obviously. Obviously I don't want to wreck it at all, but I want to make sure the car gets there in tip-top condition. Anyways, with that, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that like button like it's nobody's business, and I'll see you all at Nismo Festival tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Jamata.